Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I hope everybody's doing really good out there. I'm going to start with the Bible reading real quick. I'm on Mark 6:30. Jesus feeds the 5,000. The apostles gathered around Jesus and reported to him all they had done and taught. Then, because so many people were coming and going that they did not even have a chance to eat, he said to them, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." So they went away by themselves in a boat to a solitary place. But many who saw them leaving recognized them and ran on foot from all the towns and got there ahead of them. When Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, he had compassion on them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So he began teaching them many things. By this time it was late in the day, so his disciples came to him. "This is a remote place," they said, "and it's already very late. Send the people away so they can go to the surrounding countryside and villages and buy themselves something to eat." But he answered, "You give them something to eat." They said to him, "That would be 8 months of a man's wages. Are we to go and spend that much on bread and give it to them to eat?" "How many loaves do you have?" he asked. "Go and see." When they found out, they said, 5 and 2 fish. Then Jesus directed them to have all the people sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat down in groups of hundreds and fifties. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he gave thanks and broke the loaves. Then he gave them to his disciples to set before the people. He also divided the 2 fish among them all. They all ate and were satisfied. And the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces of bread and fish. The number of the men who had eaten was 5,000. That's amazing. Okay, so I'll start with my handwritten cards. Energy draining. Energy draining is when you're wasting your time trying to explain to somebody something and they're not getting it. Are they not getting it because they're mentally they're not comprehending, or are they doing it to trigger you? So of course, if they're mentally incapable, you can't really be angry, right? You have to have more patience and you have to take your time. Now, what do you do if you think they're doing it intentionally? Well, you just kind of have to, for me, turn around and walk away. Today I was really angry I was crossing the road, and where I was crossing, a car had to make a left-hand turn in front of me, then I could cross. And there was a car behind that car making the same left-hand turn. So you would think that person would actually make a stop and let me go across the road. And she's trying to rush me across the road like she's in control of what goes on in the streets. I was so angry. I mean, I actually was like wanting to flip her the bird, So that was a little bit of energy draining, where people just are so much in a hurry, so much about themselves, to not even follow the guidelines of regular driving on the road. What's that going to cause? It's going to cause an accident in the future, and then, what's going to happen to this lady? On the back of the card, it says, step out in faith. Stepping out in faith. You know, when we ask God to provide for us, we can't sit around and worry about it. We have to continue our day the best that we can and think of the good things that's going on in our lives. Even if it's the little minute things that most people wouldn't recognize. In order to keep us grounded, we have to really think that when we step out in faith, we already know that God's going to take care of everything for us. The next card, choosing wrong will have a negative impact in your life. Learn to pray about it before you make any really heavy-duty decisions. Pray about it. God will direct you. The back of the card says, step up to the plate. See how far it'll take you. So stepping up to the plate would be like in baseball, right? Or softball. And you're stepping up to the plate to see how well you're going to bat in that particular inning. So we have a lot of innings in our life, hopefully. And hopefully we have a lot of chances to make changes in our lives as we grow older. Call upon our Lord with love and gratitude. We don't really want to just, for me anyways, I don't want to just talk to God when I have a situation. You know, I want to say in the morning, God, it's another day, thank you. God, it's lunchtime, thank you. God, it's time for us to lay our head down. And we made it through another day. Thank you. Good night. Good night, Lord. I love you. The back of the card is mind your business. I heard a saying recently, well, it's been a couple of years actually, 3 or 4, maybe 6 years, that it's not my business what other people think about me. And really it's not, because people are going to talk regardless. And they're not really talking about you, they're talking about their insecurities. In other words, if they spend a lot of time talking about you, you must have something that they don't have. So they have to focus on you and point out all the negative things that they see in you to make themselves feel better. So why bother? And minding your own business would be, you know, don't go intruding on people's spaces, you know. Have a little couth and don't just decide, oh, well, I want to know about this, so I'm going to ask, you know, about like their private life. That's pretty ballsy, and really, it's none of your business. Love is the most powerful energy in the universe. God is love, love is God. One God, one love. Leaving others behind. If they're not for you, they're not for you. In other words, why would I want to stay with someone who constantly battles with me? Who really knows that the majority of the time, or even just 50% of the time, I'm right. But why would I be with somebody who battles everything that I say, everything about how I feel? If we're totally opposites, the thing about opposites attracting, I don't really know if I really believe that. You know, I think you could have some differences, and then you could have some things in common, but to believe that opposites actually attract, and those are the long-lasting relationships, I don't really believe that. So leaving others behind, I think for me, when I wrote this, it had to do with like a spouse or some friends that pretended to be my friend, you know. And when you leave them behind, you know, it's still hard to say, you know, goodbye. And the ones that really are special to you, that they've always like pushed you away, those are the ones that it's really hard to say goodbye to. And you know, sometimes you don't get the opportunity to say goodbye. A lot of guys, they would just like, I don't even care, that person didn't even give me 2 seconds of their time, you know. But you know, I myself, it's hard for me to say goodbye. But if they're not for me, you know, if I'm the one that's lifting everybody up and they're the ones that's putting me down, why would I want to be around those that are putting me down? Express gratitude. Expressing gratitude goes a long way, especially when it's genuine, you know. When you could hear it in someone's voice, you know. You can read their, like you could read their energy. Are they saying it just to say it? To say that, you know, they're following the guidelines of etiquette? Is that right? I mean, are they really being authentic about it? But then, who are we to judge at the same time? But I'm just saying, sometimes I feel like sometimes people just say, oh, thank you. And it doesn't, you just don't feel like they're really saying thank you. You feel like they're just saying thank you, just to say, I got what you gave me now. Goodbye, you know, kind of thing. So the back card says, try to observe and speak less. So a lot of people have said that they found me. Well, I wouldn't say they're saying it, but I've heard that I've heard other people tell me that I'm really intimidating to other people. And then I've had some people say I have that, what is that saying about that bitch face, the one that doesn't smile. And it's like, I'm not even mad, I just have so much on my mind that my mind is focused on the things that I have to do. Okay, the last card I have is seize the opportunity. Sometimes in life, you have an opportunity, which means the life that you knew before, you had to leave behind. I've been kind of a nomad. I've kind of lived here and there, and never been blessed to have one place that I lived for more than 20 years. Let's see. Actually, when I moved to Delaware, I lived in that house from like 94 to 2002, so that's like 8 years. And then I lived in the other house from 2002 to 2007. Then I lived in Hawaii for 13 years and I came here. So the longest I ever lived with anywhere was the 13 years in Hawaii. That was where I lived the longest, actually. When I grew up, I lived in Guadalupe till I was 10 or 11. And then after that, I lived probably six places by the time I graduated. And then I went into the service and I was stationed on board ship for 4 years. And then I lived in 2 or 3 places in Norfolk, Virginia before moving to Delaware. And in Delaware, I lived in 2 places. So I've been a lot of different places, and I've had short stays. Hawaii was my longest stay. So sometimes when you have an opportunity, you have to leave everything that you know behind for something new. You know, if the opportunity is in the same town, of course, you're gonna, be able to keep mostly everything except for your coworkers. But when you have to move to another state for employment, yeah, you gotta pretty much leave those people behind. People who are your neighbors, people who you worked with, people if you have relatives there. And of course, these days you can talk to them on Facebook, but it's not the same. It's not the same as going to work and seeing them, or, going home and saying, hey, neighbor, kind of thing. So it's a choice you have to make. You can stay stagnant and work up the ladder where you're at, or you can try a new opportunity for new growth and learning new things. Also on this card, I have healing begins. Healing begins when you are ready to acknowledge what is ailing you. How was the pain caused? How can you, is there a lesson that you need to learn from it? And how do you let it go so you don't carry it around in your backpack of BS that you can't let go? And on the back of the card, God has my back. It's a real saying. And it's really true. Okay, so now gotta take a sip of my drink. We're 18 minutes in. So I just did a video about medicine I was taking, and the medicine is for diabetes. So when I had my blood test run the last time, the doctor says, your numbers, your sugar levels, whatever are high. I got to put you on this medicine. On the prescription, it says, don't consume grapefruit juice. So I Googled what grapefruit juice, how that would interact with that medicine. And it says it enhances the medicine. So I thought, wow, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. So for 90 days, I took my medicine as I was prescribed, but I was eating grapefruit at least one every other day. So within those 90 days, I had my blood work done. So I just got a call from my doctor. And she says, whatever you're doing, it's amazing. The medicine must really be working because your levels are way at a safe place. And so I told her I was eating the grapefruit. And then she's like, let me see what the grapefruit does to it. I said, I already Googled it. It enhances it. It makes the medicine work better. So she wanted me to keep taking the medicine. She said, I have to take that medicine for a lifetime. And I don't believe that. And I don't want to believe that. So I convinced her to let me take the medicine every other day, which for me will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because I can't keep it going week to week, switching the days out. But I'll be eating grapefruit every day. Just my numbers decrease, Then I'm going to extend the medicine out further and until I'm actually off of it. And I really feel like to do it naturally is better. So I looked at the long term of taking that medicine would be like kidney damage. Why would I want kidney damage if I could just eat a grapefruit every day? The short term thing was like headaches. You'd have to Google it. Shoot. There's like 10 things. I only remember it was a headache and like constipation. But you see, when they prescribe medicine like that, then the doctor has to prescribe something for constipation if you stay on that medicine. Do you see how that's a problem? If I just eat a grapefruit a day, that kind of pushes everything through and it just flushes me out, eating that one grapefruit a day. So I'm on this, I want to make my body healthy, but all natural. So I can get off this medicine and I can improve my health and not worry about any additional medicines that will have to be added to it. So I just want to share that with you real quick. Let me get with the reading. And I will be doing some other trials, my own personal trials, and I'll be posting them here, as well as I started my exercise regimen and I quit smoking. So I'm just trying to improve my life. So that way all of you can know that if I can do it, you can do it too. And it's all mental and it's time and space. Okay? We're going to go with Native Spirit, and it's the Wounded Healer. Healing energy, vitality, and life force energy are flowing through you and to you. You have a healer, and you are a healer, and you provide healing for others, even if you're not conscious of it. Whatever needs healing in your life is being resolved. Your so-called faults are becoming your virtues. No matter what happened in your past, the past does not need to equal the future. It's true, the cracks can be where the light enters the soul. Stop it. My dog's chewing his paws right now because he's telling me he wants a bath. Your native spirit wants you to know the wounded healer is a tradition in native cultures that asserts that some of the greatest healers are those who have gone through hardship and survived, and who have been wounded and healed. It's believed that these individuals can provide great solace and can instigate profound healing for others. You may have been wounded in your life, or you may have gone through challenging times, but the roots go deepest where the wind blows strongest. You are a healer in the most profound sense of the word. Healing energy is surging through you. Whatever in your life needs healing is being addressed on the inner realms. Your strength lies in the difficulties that you've overcome. The journey. List each of your wounds or challenges from the past. Then next to each one, write down what came out of that situation that was a benefit. Additionally, repeat again and again, I am a healer and I am healed, so be it. Wow, that one came out just in time. Okay. We're 24 minutes in. Mermaids, messages. And we have patience. Something I'm still learning. Practice patience. It's helpful to let go of any expectations and surrender to life as it reveals itself. The reward of patience is patience. This mermaid is being patient. She trusts in life and in the process of allowing her path to unfold in the most perfect way. She knows the universe doesn't make mistakes, so she waits in the watery depths, knowing all is well and what is meant to be will be at the right time. Yes, she has wishes and dreams, hopes and fears, but she doesn't allow them to interfere with the unfolding of her life, and this part of her experience means being patient. Whatever it is you're hoping for, it's important to trust and practice patience at this time. You could try focusing on something else to distract your mind from any yearnings. Perhaps someone around you needs to be patient, or maybe they're being impatient with you. If the latter is the case, you need to be clearly and lovingly tell them you can't be rushed in this situation. Simply ask them to be patient with you. When you're able to practice patience, everything flows in a more natural and harmonious way. The pressure of expectation and hopes takes a back seat, allowing peace and space to prevail. If you're feeling impatient, ask yourself why. Do you feel something will be taken away from you if whatever it is you're waiting for doesn't happen or appear quickly? If this is the case, know that what is meant for you won't pass you by. The simple explanation, when deeply and fully understood, should set your mind at rest. That is a hard one. I work on that quite a bit. Okay, the next one is the animal messages, and we have the panda. Enjoy the sanctuary of solitude to regain self-esteem and tranquility. Self-contained and content in her serried banks of bamboo, tranquil panda relaxes in her world of plenty and ease, dependent upon none. Sometimes we become too wrapped up in others, dependent upon their approval, and wither inside should they withhold it. Wise panda counsels that time spent in a peaceful, established sanctuary, retreating far away from your daily life, both physical and mentally, will fortify your spirit and allow your true self, not someone else's image of you, to flourish. That's really important, because people can inject how they feel upon you, or how they want you to feel. And those people who know how to do it, they've been doing it for years. They know how to say things. So you really have to set yourself apart from everybody else. And you have to realize, I'm feeling this way because, did somebody, was it because Sue told me this, or John told me that? Or are those my true feelings? And your gut will tell you what your true feelings are. And that's, to me, what you should try to follow. Archangel Power Tarot. And we have the King of Ariel this time. I think we got the Queen of Ariel earlier in the week. So, situation, so much abundance. Your plans are going to work out very well. The ability to manage finances is matched with a keen sense of what will succeed. Advancement in your career is likely. You've worked very hard and would like to take a break or possibly retire to enjoy a life of more leisure. People, a very successful person who has risen to the top professionally. Someone who can direct many people or projects at once. A nature lover. Stable, powerful, accomplished. Additional meaning. Career success, using resources wisely. Money in the bank, leadership positions. Okay, I'm going to get something to drink. We're about halfway done and it's 30 minutes. Your sole purpose. We pulled publicity. Your affirmation. I use my knowledge and authority to promote myself or others. I express myself with ease and grace. My creativity is expressed fully. I receive insights and wisdom from various platforms. The stone is turquoise. Do you have a natural tendency to promote yourself, others, or a cause you believe in? Marketing and publicity go hand in hand when communicating for the purpose of garnering public attention. Even if you aren't a professional blogger or influencer on social media, any involvement you have that promotes someone or something falls into this category. Turquoise is exceptionally beneficial for storytelling, journalism, and writing of any kind. It's a good stone to gaze at while waiting for inspiration to aid you with any type of project. When you pull the publicity and turquoise card, it can alert that the timing is right to communicate your truth. Turquoise, the ultimate stone of communication, encourages creative expression to broadcast your intentions. You are being called to tell your story and let the world know what you have to offer, or support others and promote their products and services. If you are an influencer on any social media platform, turquoise is a good ally gem to keep nearby. I wear my turquoise ring or my turquoise necklace when I speak to my platform and let them know of my offerings. Turquoise opens my consciousness to various methods of expression that helps me teach all levels of readers and positive thought aficionados. Use turquoise to call on Archangel Haniel, the angel of divine communication, or call on any angel or even the whole entourage. Angels are great messengers and can help you with expression and understanding. Let this card remind you to be intentional when activating active listening and engagement from your followers. Okay. 33 minutes in, Psychic Tarot, and we pulled Prosperity Begins. So that's a 1 card, New Beginning. Let's see, that's all I got right now. Okay, prosperity. This card brings a message of beginnings, prosperity, wealth, and new business, which could soon be in the palm of your hand. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. It may even be presented as a gift. With careful and diligent planning, recent endeavors and money-making ideas show great possibilities and promises of monetary gains. This is the time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. Expect the best and envision that project or new job having a successful result. Feel it, see it, and most important, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspect of the material world and offer gratitude, prosperity from all forms will flow even more freely. Next is Divine Feather. And there's the feather. I don't know if you can really see the color. Oops. And it's the parrot. The parrot is brightly feathered and exotic, showing us its connection and importance to color and individuality. This messenger is also regarded as a bird of the sun and symbolizes the power of light. Parrots are often admired for their rich plumage as well as their amazing ability to mimic what they hear. They can be trained to communicate through repetition. With this gift of being able to imitate humans, they are seen as a link between the bird kingdom and the human realm. We might see them as envoys, but are reminded that they have been programmed to speak the thoughts and beliefs of others. The divine parrot messenger comes into your life to remind you to honor your unique voice. Very often we get caught up in the judgments, opinions, and values assigned to us by others. These are false truths. Your individuality and personal expression are being encouraged to come into the light. This may feel challenging as it is safer and easier to hide in the shadows. Begin by paying attention to your own mind, then gently allowing yourself to see all of your positive attributes, your personal colors and talents. It takes practice and courage to step out and embrace who you are. Parrot encourages you to do just that. Once you do, you will feel your truth easily coming to light. Energies, personal expression, color, individuality. Season all year round, element air. Color blue, green, yellow, red, white. Affirmation: I honor my individuality and unique expression in the world. So many times people want us to fit in the box that they choose. We all need to choose our own box and fit into it the way we want to fit into it. And at some points, if we want to share and go into another box with other people, then we will choose that. And we shouldn't have to be forced into it or manipulated into it or belittled into it or anything like that. So before the Tattoo Tarot, we have the Akashic Tarot. And we pulled the Muse. And that's a 15. The Muse plays a song of upliftment and imagination. The petals of inspiration drift upon the wind, filling the air with light and creativity. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator within to lift your project to the skies. Close your eyes and touch in with the force of inspiration and pure potential. A swirl of music, beauty, movement, and imagination flow through you and around you. You can give birth to any possibility. Feel this power of creation now. And now the Tattoo Tarot. Six of Coins is nostalgic, thinking about someone from your past. The Three of Coins is like working together. Has to do with working together. The Eight of Wands is showing communication. The Ace of Coins is a new beginning. The Judgment. It's like heaven, like God calling judgment on a set situation. Someone's brokenhearted. Strength. That's a Leo. The Ace of Swords, again, is a new beginning. And we have the Emperor. So when I look at these cards, I think that this this Emperor, it took him a lot to get to that position. You know, you don't just get the title of an Emperor. There's a lot of work that comes with it. There's a lot of balance. There's a lot of listening to your intuition. There's a lot of listening to the messages, seeing the messages and taking them for real, and stop acting like you don't see them. When you see things, you cannot unsee them anymore. It's about gathering strength after a broken heart. It's about when the judgment is called and you know that you have to make the choice. That you're about ready to miss out on whatever it is that you've been thinking about. This is nostalgic. Is this the desire to work with someone else? Or is this something already existing? Are you communicating effectively with people from your past, people in your present? You want a new beginning. You prayed about it. And you ask God for judgment. You know that when a change is made, that some people you can't take with you. Over the heartbreak, you gain the strength because you know that you're destined to be somewhere else. The Ace of Swords is always the truth. A new beginning with truth. And you become the Emperor. Don't take it for granted. Don't take advantage of your position. Continue to learn and grow. Continue to be one of humility, yet one of stature, one of honor, loyalty, and grace. And being fair being fair in love and war. Everything on the up and up. You finally transformed from the Matrix. Congratulations. That's the end of your reading. God bless you. Have a great day. We'll see you the next time, okay? Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. And I'm sending you love, light, healing, restful evenings, safe and sound, all the goods. God bless. Aloha.